hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
What? Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To the air, Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper and 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Allen now on the sneak. I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Now this time, Allen will throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll flip this out to Evans. Evans has got the first down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pickup there. Second and 13. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
I'm going back to you. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Coming. 50, mic, 50.
He'll drop to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Alex Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Henry running right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Evans, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Ready, 10 black. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, alert. Drill green. 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Here we go again.
Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Allen off the play fake.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Allen gonna throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
pass is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So just enough juice to get the three, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down, here's Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Henry. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 50. Get the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50. There we go.
He'll look to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Finding room to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the run. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
2nd and 9 now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now back to throw. Caught on the slant. And it's a Titans touchdown. Rondell Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
I believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more. Because they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On the handoff, this is Breda. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7. Now Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a give to Breda, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Allen now on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On play action, they'll throw. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his target, it's Evans. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They're in indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On second down now, it's Evans. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's Allen. Steps away to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 2nd and 9, Allen going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for Buffalo. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Trying to improvise. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. 131 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Kill! Check nickel. Hurry!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Fertzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen dancing, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
49, guys. Mike. Let's go one more.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
The Titans on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and a mile.
Black shot. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So Allen's going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. To throw is Allen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Moore. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time not an ally. On first and 10, it's Evans.
Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Buffalo, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.